first appearance here.
Try to make Lebanon High proud, all right?
Yes, sir.
So we'd like to introduce yourselves and your stations, and then you may proceed with your.
Sure. Karen, go ahead.
I'm Karen Raugh. I'm the Executive Director for the Lebanon County Housing and Redevelopment Authorities.
And my name is Ryan Wertz, and I'm the Administrator for Lebanon County Community Action Partnership.
Okay. However you're going to present, go ahead.
Sure. I'll start. So we are here today to discuss the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, also known as ERA or ERAP for short. It's a grant that was started in 2021, passed out to the Department of Human Services, awarded the community, again, a grant to administer rental assistance and utility assistance. Just have some numbers for you compiled for today of some services, at least our services administered through January of 2022. We've served 610 total households. Rent arrears payments, we've distributed $1,715,875.38. In rental payments made for future rent, we've paid $1,258,059.85. And we've also done, again, utility payments. In arrears, we've paid $679,243.53. And we've paid one utility payment of $175.71 for a future payment. I don't have the exact figure. ERA 1, so there's actually now it's split into two separate programs, ERA 2 and ERA 1. ERA 1 was an initial allotment of just north of $9 million. Then there were some broken down into some admin fees. So what we've done to bring us to this point in time, that started again in January of 2021. I believe our first payment went out in April of 2021. And it's a pretty large program that we took on from the very beginning in a very small office. We've run into some staffing issues, and I think just some issues with our technological capacities to be able to administer the program at a quicker rate, and even potentially at the rate that we had hoped to potentially even spend the money, again, a little bit quicker, just to get it out to the members of our community. So as we progressed, we had some issues with reporting initially. When I took over in September of 2021, the state was kind of after us with some errors in our reporting numbers. We just weren't necessarily doing things correctly. So we spent some time, a few months actually, just trying to make sure our numbers were accurate, up to date, current, and just, again, accurate for the reports. So we were able to accomplish that, but also in the meantime, we've also, again, we reached out to Karen, and we were partnered with the Redevelopment Authority last year for the CARES Act, and I had some understanding of that, so we thought maybe we should reach out and see if we couldn't come up with a partnership with the Lebanon County Housing Authority, again, to be able to utilize their services, again, potentially better technology, to be able to, again, update. We still are kind of doing everything on paper. We now have a room full of boxes filled with paper applications. So we're still manually reporting numbers by hand. So we're just looking at avenues that we may be able to, again, just streamline the program a bit and also keep it within our community. We didn't want to get to that point where that we screwed it up too bad, but also, again, got to the point where, again, it didn't just be pulled from the community. So we, again, like I said, reached out to the Housing Authority. They've been working on punching some numbers, and we were able to come up with the current contract that we're hoping to, again, be able to move forward. Like I said, keep ERA 1 and ERA 2 within the county. ERA 1 will end in 2022 September, and ERA 2 is currently to run through 2025.
Let me stop you right there. Karen, are you going to go over the fine points of this, or was Karen going to?
If you want them, Karen, I think Karen could. I mean, the numbers are all there in the contract, but if you'd like to do that.
Unless you have something like that, Karen.
I don't, just that we're very excited actually to be partnering with Ryan, and I think that we're happy that we were able and asked by Ryan and the CAP agency to step in, and we feel that we our software is gonna be able to help run this a little bit smoother. And our staff, that we also are hiring a few more people, and we'll also offer to interview anyone who might be interested in coming aboard also from the agency. And we're excited to take this on.
Are you offering bilingual services?
We do. We have staff that speak bilingual on staff already, yes.
If I could just add a little sum up, I guess, it seems, and I think everyone here concludes that after, over a year of doing this, kind of, it's been assigned to CAP to do, just like CARES was assigned, just as ARPA was assigned. These were very quickly evolving programs, and CAP did what they could, and the reporting is accurate now. That as you hear the numbers, some of the money has been doled out, but Karen's agency is much better tooled for this. They do this all the time. It's not our bailiwick to do this rent assistance. We do other programs well, but this one is just, we've done what we can. It just makes more sense. One thing I want to mention, this is mainly why I wanted to chime in. One thing I wanted to mention here is that there are administration costs, and that's basically what's outlined in here is the administration allowance through ERAP that will compensate Karen's agency for doing this. But we spoke the other day, and I wanted to be careful that if there would be any overages, I don't want there to be any overages at the end where the program closes up, Karen comes and says, hey, the admin was a little higher, and then the county's looking to supplement an already, a grant program with general funds. I don't want to be caught like that. Sure. So basically, there was some language inserted in here that the administration allowance won't exceed the available amount in the grant, and they've agreed to that, and I think that'll be fine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it can only be, the administrative costs only follow the distribution of the grants. So that'll keep it.
I also wouldn't rule out the idea that it may be extended, it may be supplemented. I really don't know. I'm sure anyone knows. We've been surprised many times over the last 2 years with these funds coming from Washington.
But the work that CAP did to try to get the word out on this was, really exceptional. I mean, they worked with all the landlords and all the local, anyone that had a tenant, so there was so much effort put into it. So I don't want to discount the fact that there was a strong effort put forth, and if we can get the logistics and the technology upgrade, that'll maybe be a good marriage for both.
So this would be an April 1 transition. The intent, which times perfectly with the quarter,
Yes.
and the reporting of the end of the quarter. We were shooting for March 1 initially, but it made more sense to not do it mid-quarter, or 2 months into a 3-month quarter. So it'll work. So you guys go ahead and ask her.
I did have one other question, if I may. I was trying to do the math in my head here. It looks like the cost to administer the program is about $140,000 a year. Does that sound about right? I didn't see a total. That's why I was just trying to add up.
It's up to 10.
It's about, if I remember correctly, and I'm sorry, I don't have the numbers in front of me, I think it was about $25,000 or $26,000 a month. So.
Yeah, that's with the technology and with the
Yes.
the manpower. If you want to, the overall amount of maximum administration that could be derived from this program, which is what CAP that we wanted to put on it, is about $1.18 million over the life of this. And this is
So about
this is a lot of money
$300,000.
Yes.
to administer. So and that's by a percentage allowance.
Correct.
In the grant. So, yeah, I'm looking at page 3, which outlines some of those costs. Yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing the individual costs, but I couldn't find the total, and that's why I was looking for that. Thank you.
Okay, are we ready to vote on this?
I'll make a motion to approve the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, transferring April 1 over to the Housing Authority.
Second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion or any questions? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, same sign, so moved. All right, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you.
All right,